Welcome everyone to our first ever one-on-one competition series brought to you by Jag Arms and Echo One USA. My name is Whiskey and I'll be your host for today, and we'll be going over our first matchup between Boaz and Isaias. Our one-on-one competition series is a point-based best out of 5 game. Players can score points with kills and by completing the primary objective. The player with the most points at the end of the match will be crowned the winner. Each round is 60 seconds long. Players can score 1 point with a kill, or they can score 5 points by knocking down their opponent's objective. If a player scores a kill, they will have a 10-second window to knock down the objective for a total of 6 points. Players will have access to a weapon pool. They must secretly select the weapon before the round begins and can only use each weapon once. Weapon selection strategy will be a very important factor for determining who will win today's matchup. Now, with the rules out of the way, let's take a look at today's players.
What's going on? This is Boaz with Airsoft GI. Today I'm going to be squaring up against Isaias.
What's going on, guys? It's Isaias from Airsoft GI, and I'm here to settle the score once and for all with Boaz.
And if you guys don't know, we've been coworkers for quite a few years now. I've just developed some kind of resentment towards Isaias.
I don't know if he knows this, but I've gotten quite frustrated with him working for this many years with him. He's a bit of a control freak.
Some of the stuff that he says, I have to do it over and over and over again. He always forgets stuff to say on camera. I have to constantly remind him.
He's constantly micromanaging every little thing that comes out of my mouth. He comes across like he views me as an idiot.
And then he has a nerve to get frustrated at me about it. I've been playing Airsoft for about 15 years now, so I do consider myself to be more of a seasoned Airsoft player. However, I do gravitate more towards like the tactical milsim style of Airsoft rather than like the competitive SpeedQB format of play, so that will influence how I play and also my weapon selection.
I've been playing Airsoft for 14 years, and I come from a more milsim tactical background, very similar to Boaz. However, unlike Boaz, I am actually used to using something other than an M4. I very much use a lot of unconventional equipment, which makes me more well-versed and more adaptable with no matter what platform I'm given, meaning I can ultimately outshoot Boaz any day of the week.
I do consider myself to be more of an aggressive player compared to Isaias. I mean, I consider myself to be more athletic. I work out more. I think I'm stronger, I'm faster, so I definitely think I have the edge on this matchup.
No, I'm way more aggressive than Boaz. Are you kidding me? Every time we go out to the field, I am consistently getting more kills than he is. I'd be shocked if he even came close to the amount of points I'm going to earn at the end of this.
I have a lot of pent-up aggression, and I am going to let him have it today.
He just wants to be in control of every little thing. Well, you know what, Boaz? Here's something you can control. The outcome of this match.
Alright guys, let's move on to our weapon selection for the day. We're going to have the Jag TTI Sandviper to start off with, officially licensed by Terran Tactical, optics ready right out of the box. It's going to be a nice smooth slide and snappy trigger response. We're going to give our players 2 mags so they have a little bit more firepower for today. This one is a nice one here. We're going to have the Jag Reaper Scattergun. Very nice and CQB oriented. It's going to have a M-Lock forend with an optics ready mount on the top. We're going to run this on 6-round burst to try and force some reloads out of our players for today. A personal favorite of mine for indoor. Next up, we're going to have the Echo One P15. This is a new one from Echo One off of their budget lineup, but it's still pretty internally stacked. Nice snappy trigger response. We're going to be running this on semi only for today's games. And finally, our last weapon of the day is going to be the Echo One P9 SMG, another new but also budget offering from Echo One. This one is very similar internals to the P15 with a healthy rate of fire, which will be interesting to see how this plays for them since we're going to be allowing full auto play with it. But they only have 1 mag, so hopefully they don't run out too early. And now that we got our weapons out of the way, let's take a quick look at some of our players' stats. As we can see, they're pretty well evenly matched. Now from here, we just need to see which one of them turned out to be the better player overall. And here we go, guys. Round 1. There's the whistle. And what did he just drop? Ooh, that was his mag. He dropped his mag. It's a good thing we gave him that second one. He's back in the game now, bumping up to the first piece of cover here. A little bit of exchange of fire between him and Isaias. Isaias being very aggressive out in the open, but it costs him the round. Boaz secures that first kill. Now on to the final objective, which he does. Full points to Boaz. Taking a look at the Jag Arms replay, we can see right out the gate Boaz dropping that mag. Unfortunate, terrible start to the first round, but it's a good thing we gave him that second mag. As soon as he realized he was able to secure a lightning fast and quick reload to stay in the game here, let's take a look at the Echo One kill cam. We can see Isaias being very aggressive out in the open, and it unfortunately cost him that round. We can see Boaz is playing pretty defensively to counter it. Good use of cover in my opinion. A little bit of peekaboo games going from left to right. Some of this lateral movement here is what he was able to use to secure the win, as Isaias couldn't track that too well.
Right out the gate, dropping a mag, it just flings right out of the gun. So I thought I was screwed. I thought Isaiah would definitely gain a lot of ground on me.
I may or may not have been a little too aggressive in my playstyle for that round. Again, I was really trying to push and pressure Boaz as much as I possibly could.
I was trying not to play too defensively.
Kudos to him, he was able to go ahead and, stay behind cover. Coward. But you know what, honestly, I gotta say, I am still impressed with the Sand Viper itself.
It's super snappy. I'm able to really run that trigger, and it's very accurate. Like I just point the general direction of where I want to, kill, and it does what it needs to do.
I'm surprised we actually ended up both going with the pistol first and foremost.
And I can't wait to get him on the next round.
With the round 1 victory to Boaz, let's see if he goes the same for him. Oh, and there's the whistle. Isaiah being very aggressive right out the gate, just like round 1, ignoring all pieces of cover around him, using the P9's full auto to its full advantage, and it seems to work out for him. He's able to get that kill over Boaz as he goes for the objective, and he scores it. Let's take a look at the Jag Arms replay here, and right off the whistle we can see Isaiah being very aggressive, using that full auto to cover himself as he moves around. We see him standing out in the open, not needing any sort of cover since full auto is there. Echo 1 kill cam shows us Buzz hiding behind the blue barrier as Isaiah just walks his BBs in and secures a kill for the round.
So with the last round going to Boaz, I definitely felt I wanted to be more aggressive, and the only way I could do that realistically is if I had burst fire full auto. So thankfully the P9, I believe the SMG that we were given, was going to be my pick for sure.
He read me like a book. He just was able to track exactly where I was going to go. I don't know if I telegraphed my movements too much.
Just being fast, being aggressive, and I think that the SMG, that option that we were given, definitely lends itself very well to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what else to say. It was kind of disappointing for me. I thought I would have the edge because of the P15. Super lightweight. I love how compact it is. The true response on that thing was great, but...
Great trigger response. Really good. Healthy rate of fire on that bad boy. And again, very lightweight. Definitely carried me there.
I mean, he had the full auto from the P9. You can't really, match that with much else, So next round, though, I'm picking the P9, and I'm going to take that round back.
With the game all tied up now, we're going to have to see if this round makes or breaks it for someone. And there's the whistle. Boaz flying out of the gate, being super aggressive with the full auto out of that P9 there. Just laying down loads of BBs there. Isaiah's with the tiny scatter gun. It's going to be one-sided for Boaz. Let's see if he can capitalize with that full auto. A little bit of exchange of fire here. Isaiah seems to be going for a reload. Oh, a little bit of a fumble there. This is going to give Boaz the time he needs. He goes for the flank. He gets the flank and the exchange of fire there, but they both put their hands up at the same time. Is that even legal? We might have to check the Echo 1 kill cam to see exactly what just happened. From Boaz's perspective, we can see as he sends out strings and strings of BBs here, they both go hands up at the same time. Very interesting. Now, even from Isaiah's perspective, he sends out one last 6-round burst, and they both call it at the same time. Even in the split screen, you can see as they're both just shooting at each other, just shooting, they go hands up at the same moment. We're going to have to allow a tie for this one, which is going to make for a very, very close last round.
Dang it, dude, just a tie? Are you freaking kidding me, dude?
I'm going up against him with a scattergun. Nothing wrong with the scatterguns. In fact, if anything, I freaking love the scatterguns. But on the 6 burst setting, it's definitely not the most accurate.
Yeah, I mean, P9, fantastic gun. The rate of fire is pretty healthy on that thing. Not too fast where it's kind of like, unethical, but yeah, I definitely had so much firepower out there.
He was rushing me hard. I didn't even have time to properly load the shells in my chest rig.
If I rushed him like 2 seconds earlier, I would have had him dead to rights because he stopped peeking his head out because I knew he was reloading.
Thankfully, it was just a draw.
Now it's a draw. It could have been a decisive victory.
I don't want to sound too confident, but I do think I have the edge in this next round, considering I have the P15 next. That's the only gun that I have left. I saved that for last.
I think he's going to use the P15, and I have the scattergun last. So if he knows how to put 2 and 2 together, he might win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the final round of the day. Let's see who determines your winner here. And there goes the whistle. Isaiah's with the P15, laying down some accurate suppressing fire. Boaz hunkering down with the scattergun. He's going to have to play a little bit defensively. Isaiah's yet again ignoring every piece of cover, standing out in the open. Boaz over here taking a few pot shots. He's going to bump up to the next line of cover. I wonder if Isaiah spotted him in the move. He seems to have spotted him. He's trying to circle around, look for a better angle. Aggressive as always. He's going to move in for the kill and a couple of exchanging shots right here. Let's see who lands the final blow. And oh, Boaz took the final blow. He's going to give him the chance to move up for the final objective. He secures it. That's going to be full points for Boaz, giving him the W. As we all know, anything can happen in the 1v1 competition series. I, for one, figured Isaiah would have had that W using that P15. But we're going to have to take a look at the Jag Arms replay to see exactly what happened. From Boaz's perspective, we can see he peeks out ever so slightly, but it was enough to land that final killing blow on Isaias, giving him the W. From the Echo 1 kill cam, we can see it was extremely difficult to see Boaz. You could barely even see him, but it was a perfect use of cover, which goes to show, kids, sometimes you want to use your cover instead of just trying to be aggressive.
I had it. I had him dead to rights. I had him exactly where I wanted. My plan was working flawlessly.
We did it, baby. That's right. I closed the deal. Can't believe that happened. Like I said in the earlier match, right? Like if you put the 2 and 2 together, I was just doing the math in my head. I know for a fact that Isaias, he had the P15 left.
It was working great. Again, great trigger response, very lightweight. I literally had him in a corner exactly where I wanted him to be. He couldn't move without me knowing.
As soon as I saw Isaias' head, because those 6-shot bursts, I don't really need to aim too much, just the general direction. It was good enough to keep his head down, and most certainly for me, I needed to stay low, and I just kept telling myself, okay, just move to the next piece of cover, peek out, see where he's at. I'll try to listen to his footsteps.
I could have sworn I hit him, but you know what? Whatever. I just immediately felt when he did that last pump, when he did that shot in, it grazed the freaking headset, and I had to call it.
I didn't know that I had it in me. I didn't know that I was capable of winning. I honestly thought I messed up in my weapon selection and that I was just gonna wash out at the end. But yeah, sometimes you surprise yourself.
I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, again, I'm okay with Boaz. I think we can say this beef has been squashed. He's earned my respect, but I'm still gonna give you a hard time though.
I think moving forward, definitely I will have to respect Isaias a little bit more just for squaring up and doing this 1v1 against me.
And there you have it, folks. Boaz is the winner of our first ever one-on-one competition series with a final score of 13-7. We look forward to seeing who he faces off against next. My name is Whiskey, and I hope to see you on the next one-on-one competition series.
Hey guys, this is Boaz.
And Isaias.
And thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the grudge match that we just had.
I know we definitely had a lot of fun filming this, but hopefully you guys were able to see that as well and got some entertainment out of this. Now, what you saw here, again, was mostly a proof of concept. This is going to be something that we were going to be bringing to other airsoft brands out there, hopefully looking for sponsors, partners that want to work with us and build this grudge match.
Yeah, so this being a pilot and a proof of concept, more or less, so we are going to try to reach out to more brands and more companies to continue, bringing sponsors in and help making this bigger, become more of a full fleshed out series. And the reason why we're having this little segment right here where we're talking to you right now is that, we need your feedback and we need your input. So please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And more importantly, in the comment section below, we really need you guys to give us feedback. So if there's something that you really enjoyed about the show, or at the very least, just let us know that you enjoyed what you saw and you would like to see more of it. That information is something that we really need so that way we can continue to grow and build the series. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Boaz.
My name is Isaias.
And we'll catch you next time, Mayo Gang.
Take it easy.